The following program is brought to you by NLTV, the People's Platform.
Aloha, welcome to it. It is Coulda Shoulda Woulda, episode number 68.
68.
J.E. Orozco, I be he.
John Hendricks.
Another great week and great year, I'm saying, because you don't know what to make of the NFL.
Right. And we're almost at the halfway point.
Yeah,
Correct, sir.
yeah.
And let me throw this at you. We're not those guys, but what if it was part of your job to do a Power 5 rankings every week? Oh, my gosh. Some teams you can count on to kind of stay somewhere in there, but you got teams moving in and out of that Power 5. It's tough. It's tough to keep track of who's super solid. And for some teams that deserve to be there every week, they're not. They're making their claim. We'll talk about some of them today.
Well, let's hop into the five that we chose. Philadelphia
5 big games.
and the New York Giants. Okay?
Should have been a better game.
Wow.
Should have been a better
Now,
game.
number one for me is those, what do they call them? Kelly Green uniforms. They
Okay.
started off in 2023. Get this, they're 5-0 in those. 6-2 now for a franchise record, 4th straight season.
Are you serious? Well, it's very consistent, and it's been pretty good finishes for the most part. One really big one last year, but maybe you just have to wash those uniforms. If not, they wear them every week. You don't want to put too much on
That's a
the
different
laundry
look.
guy.
Different looking look for sure, boy.
Works for Saquon.
65-yard touchdown on the second
Yeah, I
play
got that
of the
circled.
ball game, boy.
That's old school Saquon, where
My
before the
gosh.
game even starts, it's like the first play, and it's just like throwing a bomb down the field in the old days
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
first play of the game.
Very
saying,
much so.
We're here. Bye bye. Good luck catching up with
And
us.
just like a bomb, they're
Yeah.
chasing him.
Yeah,
But I
gosh.
mean, he was gashing him 6-7 yards a throw, or a run rather.
Mm-hmm.
150 yards on 14 carries with a TD pen.
Yeah, 2 quick thoughts on that. What a professional. Really never really sniffed 100 yards in the first 7 games this year. Did you hear about it from him? Did you get any sense that he's disgruntled or frustrated or it doesn't feel like he's given opportunities? Not one word. So when he breaks out in week 8, takes it to him for $150, no over celebration, just matters time for it was due. And then to add to that, another 100 yards from Tank Bigsby just
Yeah.
coming on board and saying, oh, let me just follow in your wake and throw another hundo on top of that for what, 276 all day long on the ground?
And what's good about that one, you got Bigsby now, you're looking at, okay, boy, we got somebody behind Saquon because Saquon went out
Yeah.
with a little hamstring dingy, they call it. Nothing
Yeah.
serious on the other side. Wow.
Of the ledger.
Terrible to see
Sadness.
that. Cam Scatterbo broke his ankle. I mean, horrific.
Busted up. Yeah.
And you saw Jackson Dart upset about it, as well as you would think he would be a teammate and such. But darn, they didn't have much luck with, again, Mr. your defense for Philadelphia, okay?
Yeah. Right. Correct.
The big man in the middle. Boy, oh
Jalen
boy.
Carter, we're doing a
Sacked
Jalen. Yeah.
5 times again.
Like I said last week, the guy is guilty of roughing the passer before the ball snap, or roughing the runner, or roughing anybody. He's a menace to society. I don't know who gets defensive player of the year. You probably have to have a lot of stats, a lot of tackles for loss. I'm sure Myles Garrett is even in the conversation, even though the Browns can't win a game because he just racks up sacks. But most impactful defensive player, we already know who it is, because when he doesn't play, the games are close or they lose. When he plays, it's trouble. It's just straight trouble. And when he means Jalen Carter,
Man,
yeah,
what a defense they've got going on for them. Again,
it's coming together.
Holding Jackson Dart, he didn't get all that running that he had against the Broncos and such, man. They said, okay, that's not happening against us. But one other thing I want to talk to you about was
Yeah.
the tush
I was going
push.
to bring that up.
That was a fumble.
In every world I live in and all the
Now, what
universes
we're
out there in
talking
the
about
cosmos.
is Jalen Hurts was going for a first down. Not a touchdown.
No,
a touchdown
no.
is the imaginary
That's right.
plane of glass
That's
that you
right.
break with the
And then all pow.
tip of the ball. That's
Correct.
touchdown. First down, though, no, it's a live ball. And if you're not down, which he wasn't, on top of other players, you put that out, you can slap that ball away. And this time it was a grab away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it, man. It was going like, no, that's a fumble.
His forward momentum or progress was not halted. He was still fighting for yards, and there was never a whistle blown in the entire sequence of events. It was not right. It's wrong. Somebody finally stopped the tush push, and then it still doesn't count. So it is truly the perfect play, because even when you stop it, you don't. And even when you stop it and get a turnover, which might have could have changed things, probably not. I mean, this is a very lopsided game. You don't get it, so.
Head coach Brian Dable trying to save his job, man. He said, "No, wait a minute. I want to challenge that. They wouldn't let it do. Okay, I'm going to challenge that it was a first down. Lost that one as well.
Rough stuff for the Giants all the way around. All the momentum halted. Scatterboo probably out for the rest of the year. That's it for the Giants for me. Too bad. Building momentum, had beaten them earlier. And this is what you get for beating the monster. The monster comes back and harms you and hurts you.
Big time.
Ouch.
All right, game number 2. Baltimore Ravens, now 2-5, defeating the Chicago Bears 4-3. Now, everything pointed towards the Chicago Bears way, right?
I pointed towards
4
it.
games in a row.
You didn't point it towards it.
Well,
you thought Lamar was starting,
I thought
though.
Lamar was coming back.
Oh, joke's on you.
Now, they're upset, right? And they look for a fine to come the way of Coach Harbaugh of the Ravens there. It's a... We don't have any word on him yet. When they declared him full participant on Saturday, okay, in the walkthrough, run through, whatever it may be.
Participant, all right.
But then he inactive on game day.
Participant in a fraud. Participant in corruption. But it matters not. I mean,
He looked like him out there.
Pay the fine. If it's going to result in a win like this with a backup, with the 2-score win against a team that had won 4 in a row and that's looking to build momentum, that's coming in with things kind of in sync and pretty much gearing up and starting to look like a football team, and then taking this kind of dominant win, if it takes a little deception or whatnot, and it takes a fine, get it out of the petty cash jar and pay it. Pay it. Tyler Huntley, here.
My gosh, great game for him, yes.
But better than good enough. Better than good enough. And then, even Henry, not a great game, but good enough. And here's the deal, too. It saves the season so far for the Ravens.
Right.
Correct? You agree?
Yes. Get this.
Season saving?
11 teams have made the playoffs since 1990, starting 2-5.
Okay. All right.
So there you go.
And Lamar will eventually actually come back at some point, which will make a massive difference. And I don't know who's playing on defense right now for the Ravens. It's been hard to keep track of with all of the injuries.
Tell you somebody,
talk to me.
Roquan Smith against his former team, boy. Had a very nice ball game there, boy.
That's right. He was a Bear.
He, along with the rest of the team, limited them to 2 field goals. The Bears, that is, okay?
Yeah, so their 2 big headlines are here. Season saving. Okay, there's your one headline. The second headline is, and it's not really a headline, but it's just that Caleb Williams had a chance. He had a chance to put his stamp on this game, come back, potentially win this game, and he threw an interception in a really bad place on the field and sealed that game, and it was a bad throw. It was a poor game for him, a setback, so to speak, especially when you have, guys in your draft class. Now, Jaden Daniels isn't playing,
right?
But you got, Bo Nix and Drake May separating themselves.
Jeez.
Not a good time. You're getting measured against yourself on every play, but you're getting measured against those guys too. And of course, you're measured against the rest of the league in wins and losses. You're looking to come into this thing going out with a 5-game win streak, going out 5-2, kind of doing the rest of the AFC a favor by burying the Ravens, and it doesn't come close to fruition.
Everything was pointing in that direction.
Well,
for the Bears, right? They had scored touchdowns on 6 of their first 7 red zone possessions in the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah.
Now, in the past 4 games, 5 for 16 in the red zone. Again, you can't make field goals in the NFL.
No, you're right. Especially
you're leaving
when
points on the board.
If a lot of these games, you're starting out with the ball. Whether you select to take the ball first because you win the coin toss, we want the ball first. We want to put that 7 on there. You chase us for the rest of the game, as opposed to the old school New England thing where you always give the ball away so you get it first in the second half, or it's given to you and you want to put that 7. 3's better than nothing. but it's not enough a lot of
No.
times. It just seems like that first touchdown is so important these days. It seems like
Especially
more
when
than
you
ever.
know that you've got a team you're playing against that is a high-scoring team, man. It'd be different if they're getting by on their defense.
No,
No.
no, they're not.
All right.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills trying to stay in the mix there. You don't have the same hype that you've had in years past.
Nope.
Of the Buffalo Bills, right? It's almost as if they're hanging on to see what's going to happen, right? But they go up against Carolina. Carolina was looking pretty good.
Yeah, no.
Wow,
Yeah.
man, Carolina.
Good, coming in. Yeah.
I really thought the Buffalo Bills were going to come in there and just wipe them out, saying we're the better team. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
In large part due to Andy Dalton, really can't play at that level of
That's what I
quarterback.
said.
I mean, honestly, of all these guys that are cycling in due to injuries,
Mm-hmm.
you know, these older gentlemen quarterbacks, he's not one of them. You know,
No.
he's not in your class of your Joe Flacco.
No.
He's not. Even the last game we talked about, Huntley. You know, Tyler Huntley's been kind of shopped around. He's played from Ram. He's played for some other teams. I think this is his second stint with the Ravens. He comes in and gets the big win, but you can't count on Andy Dalton to come in and do
I'm
that.
sorry, but I have to put him and Cooper Rush in the same boat. Those are not running quarter. Those are set up, protect your quarterback, and have timing routes. But scramble or roll out, no, that's not either one of those guys' ball game there. But
No.
yeah, Carolina. Oh my gosh, the big guy was James Cook. He's having an
Holy
exceptional
mackerel.
year this
Yeah.
year, boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and then just this game was monster. He just looks so clean and fresh and
Yeah.
crisp. Yeah. And one of those games where Josh doesn't do a lot. Super efficient, though. Hardly notice he plays. Doesn't have to. All those rushing yards. Interesting little factoid for the week entirely. For week number 8, 7 players eclipsed 100 yards rushing. That ties the most for any week this year. 2 of them are on the same team, the Eagles. They had 2 players as eclipsed. But what do you think of the 6 teams at 100-yard rushers? What was the overall record for those 6 teams, that had over 100 yards rushing?
6 teams.
Yeah.
I'd say 4-2.
6-0.
6-0.
It matters that much. It really matters that much with these teams struggling. Even doesn't matter how many running backs you use, primary running back, secondary one, or you run by committee. You can get to that over 100 yards. You're in pretty good shape, especially if you have a 100-yard rusher like a bell cow you're counting on. 216 on his own.
19 carries.
Yeah, in less than 20 carries. Didn't need to run the ball 20 times, 216 yards with the longest 64.
2 TDs,
touchdowns.
man.
Oh, man. Holy mackerel.
Meanwhile, the defense said, y'all ain't getting nothing on us. The only negative thing that I could really see is Ed Oliver. That looks to be a big-time pectoral tear. So he's going to be out.
I forgot to write that in my notes. You win this game easy, feels great. You're just running away with this game literally, but going forward.
Defensive tackle, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, if you don't know who Ed Oliver is.
He's the Jalen Carter of the Buffalo Bills. I would put him on a...
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Simpatico. I mean, he's not as good as Jalen
Right.
Carter. I don't think anybody's as good as Jalen Carter. That being said, Ed Oliver is probably the most crucial component of the Bills' defense, and he's out for extended period of time. That's a problem. That is a big problem, and a large reason why the Panthers didn't get more than 10 points in this game is because they were relying upon Andy Dalton. So the defense stepped up. They, meaning the Bills' defense, stepped up, but it wasn't a tall task on this day. But they got it done. But losing Ed Oliver, put that in your notes going forward.
But you said something
that's unusual.
telling is that,
What is that,
you don't
sir?
hear Josh Allen's name being bandied about a lot this year.
It's quiet. It's quiet now.
Yeah.
It's quiet now. He doesn't have the big numbers. He's had a few games where he didn't look so great. He's lost. He got beaten by Drake May. That was a tough one
So.
in his own division. And then the Patriots, leading that division, equal records 5-2. But of course, tiebreaker. Looking up at the Patriots.
Baby, here we go.
Oh, it's like the olden days.
How you like that,
It's like
man?
the olden days.
Except the guy's not named Brady. Well, this is a little bit different than you normally would see.
Can't quite make out the logo.
Yeah.
Well, let's just
There's a
complete
reason for that, man. I got the helmet upside down here. Denver 44, Dallas 24.
Did we get did we get that many? We got to 24. Yeah, we did. We got to 24. Oh.
R.J. Harvey, name synonymous with running backs. Not. He got his first start, got 2 rushing TDs against the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL.
Now the 33rd ranked defense somehow. I
Probably
don't
so,
mathematically know how, but some USFL team has ranked ahead of us, meaning the Cowboys in defense.
And again, his running was one thing, but Bo Nix had a field day throwing.
Wow.
Are you open? No. Wait a couple of seconds. You will be, and I'll still have the ball. How about now? Okay, I'm open now. Okay, I'll throw it to you now.
Yeah.
You've had all that. It's bad. That defense. Now, get this, man, okay?
What you got?
From what I read, and I haven't done all the research that I need to do, but I read that against our win, right? I said they had the majority was man-to-man defense.
Okay.
And then zone. This one, we did not do any man-to-man. Now, we didn't have our starting 2 safeties. Didn't have. I think we were down to 3 defensive backs.
When you're already coming in as a lowly ranked defense, and not just because you've played great teams all year with great offenses, it's not stacked as that. You really don't have the players out there, really don't have a focused scheme yet. It kind of changes from week to week. You could look at that and go, well, we're game planning. I don't know if it's really game planning for that. That sounds nice. But then at the same time, you get injuries to your better guys on top of that. We were in big trouble coming in, and that manifests itself against a good team that we made look like a great offensive team. And I will say yes to the uniforms for the Denver Broncos. Mrs. Hendricks goes like, look how good they look like. Don't they wear those every show? They don't wear those anymore. I go, why? Why not? I mean, I don't know how they. I don't know if they have the same record that they do that the Eagles have in their special Kelly green uniforms.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Well, let's just say the uniforms look great, and they made the uniforms look great. They look like a real football team that's threatening to stay ahead in that division. They did what they had to do. Full garbage time. Joe Milton goes in with 7 minutes left. I think in the third quarter? I don't even know. Wait, 7 minutes a game?
7:07.
In the third quarter?
In the third quarter.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
I looked at it. I went, okay, mark this down in your head. 7:07.
And at that point, Dak already had 31 pass attempts, way too many. His
2
worst
picks
game of the year.
after going interception-free.
Right.
4 games, man.
Yeah.
Now get this, okay? In 3 games this season where he's taken 2 or more sacks, he's thrown 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. In games where he's been sacked once or less, he's thrown 13 TDs and no interception.
My 2 final notes in this game, Patrick Uncertain, and that's a bad thing. Patrick Surtain went out with an injury, and that's not good for the Broncos going forward. He is the best of the best. They need him out there to compete with Kansas City as we move on to the second half of the season. And just my area code watch, the Cowboys now 3-4-1. If you call area code 341, you're calling Oakland, Berkeley, this is Alameda and Contra Costa County in the Bay, not the Bay Area of California. So that's where we're at with that, with the 3-4-1 record.
Well, I got one last thing, okay?
Please, I'm not trying to slow you down.
I've been behind Brian Schottenheimer in his inaugural year, okay?
I still am.
But I'm watching it, and I'm going like, wait a minute, we're trailing 30-17, okay?
Okay.
It's
that's not
the 44-yard line of the Cowboys. Okay, 4th and 5.
Yeah.
And you're going to punt because you believe this defense is going to be able to hold them. I'm going to punt them and hold them down there by the goal line. My gosh.
I think as the boss, you should always believe in your employees, but to be delusional, you're going to lose the credibility as a boss.
Man.
You just go.
44-yard line. Then last but not least.
Yeah, this is an interesting one.
You were wondering, what the heck happened to my TVs? Those are some of the ugliest uniforms I've ever seen.
Amen, brother.
The Pittsburgh Steelers went retro, and I mean retro. This is...
Yeah.
Those might have been wool back in the day, okay? Anyway, 35 for the GB Packers and Steelers of Pittsburgh, 25. A lot closer, boy. At halftime, I'm thinking, wow, man, Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to do it here, man. Maybe so. He's going to have to get a couple of breaks from his defense and stuff. That second half was all Green Bay.
This is on film somewhere, if there's such a thing as film, but I think we both picked the Packers to win by 10. Not this exact score, but I think we both picked the Packers to win by 10. Somehow we knew. And had I known it was those uniforms that were to come out, I would have picked more just to be spiteful. I had to overcome a brief wave of nausea. Those are terrible. Stop it already. They're not as bad as the striped ones the Steelers are. They just have as good as the Broncos did for Uniform Day, that's as bad as the Steelers did. They deserve everything they got handed to them.
Well, nonetheless, the protege of one Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Love, Aaron played there for 18 seasons. Hard to believe that he was a Packer for that long, but yeah.
I remember them all.
His replacement was there for 3 of those 18.
That's true.
So he learned from him, and they seem to have a pretty good, according to the announcers, a pretty good relationship there.
Well, that's nice.
16-7 at halftime, as I mentioned. I'm thinking,
correct.
Okay, hey.
16-7 Steelers.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Like I said, they're going to get a couple of breaks here and there. Mm-hmm. But man, 20 straight passes at one point. Mm-hmm. Finished 29 for 37.
Yeah.
360 yards, 3 TDs, no INTs, and a pretty high passer rating.
And not a perfect passer rating. We know the old 158.3 strange thing, and not even close to that. But this was a better game than I've seen from some quarterbacks that get that 158.3, play better to me, look better to me. Jordan Love, that's who I refer to. He just was phenomenal. Not a lot of rushing. Meaning the Packers didn't crack 100 yards on the ground, didn't need to. It was an air assault. A lot of stuff was open, but just really good throws. And even some of the throws that were like, oh my gosh, why are you throwing that?
Yeah,
they found a home.
Foot, boy.
All those throws found a home. They just found a home.
And I've been thinking about making this a topic, but a lot of times, hey, I'm throwing it up there. You go get it.
Yeah.
I think that's, and I believe in your athleticism. You're going to go up there and get that ball, man. DK Metcalf and Aaron Rodgers, they seem to have a pretty good situation going on there, but couldn't make it happen in that second half, man, at all, man. Thank goodness they got a good kicker. Got a lot of points from the toe there, but you've got Josh Allen. You got Patrick Mahomes. Sure. You got Lamar Jackson.
Lamar's coming back. Yep.
You got Stafford. Okay, out in the West. NFC. Okay. Yep. What I'm talking about is these quarterbacks can take over a game and say, "Okay, I'm putting it on my shoulder." We used to see that with Aaron Rodgers, but a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers now, I don't think he has the same that he used to have to be able to put the team on his shoulders and carry him onward.
I think we both believe before this game the biggest problem with something like that occurring would be Micah Parsons. And the Micah Parsons effect was there. And it was enough. It wasn't outstanding like the week before as far as numbers and just sheer domination. But it was more than enough to prevent Aaron Rodgers from doing anything magical. And that's what they got him for, and that's why he's being paid a good, hefty Davis-Bacon wages.
By the way, it was National Tight End Day, and celebrating it, one Kraft, okay?
Oh, yeah, Tucker Kraft.
143 yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, those were, a lot of them were his yards because he was not going down.
Yak yards.
Yeah.
Yak yard. And good, because the guy that made up that National Tight Ends Day, George Kittle, is a yak guy. And so he should be proud, But I don't get that whole National Tight Ends Day because until they have a National Long Snappers Day, I'm not interested.
Week number 9 of 18 weeks in the NFL. We've got the Ravens 1-5 at Miami 2-6. That's right. I chose this ball game. Why? Because Lamar will finally get back, and Miami has shown signs of life. I guess they don't want to let their coach go, Miami.
Well, purposely saying this is a Thursday night prime game, right? So it's the first game of the week, so get ready for that. Baltimore at Miami, correct? So then we'll see, what do you got there, though? Who do you like? Who's going to save their season? We're going to expect Lamar back. If not, Tyler Huntley against his old team. That's almost even up against Tua's coming off of a big week, a face-saving week. What do you like? What do you got?
I will go with the Ravens.
Yeah, on the road, coming in.
I'm going with the Ravens again, and I will go 28 for them, 27 for Miami. Going to be a tight one.
Yeah, I can't imagine Miami winning 2 games in a row. Their latest win was a come-from-behind win against a really team that didn't have anything to fight for. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take the Ravens regardless of whom play quarterback. Yeah, I think this
It's
is
the
going to go.
second stint with
I
them.
think this is going to go wrong for Miami. I think they're fighting too in a lot of ways. They'll come up and scratch and claw for some points, but I got the Ravens scoring 24 to Miami's 16. Yeah.
24-16 for John.
Yeah.
Colts 7-1 at the Steelers 4-3, licking their wounds there, but they'll be at home. I'm going to go with the Colts. Still, I'm thinking Daniel Jones has still got it going on, and one Mr. Taylor. Wow, he's got some additional MVP votes through his running. He's increased it from 27 to projected 29 touchdowns in the course of the season.
I'm going to go with the Colts, too, and I'm going to go for the reason that you highlighted last week. You spotlighted DeForest Buckner, one of our guys from Hawaii, and he had a big week last week, and it's going to be the same problem for Aaron Rodgers when you got a pass rusher like that. Mm-hmm. And I know Aaron Rodgers, my God, he's so mobile coming off that Achilles injury and being, 74 years old. That's all well and good, but DeForest Buckner's a problem. Daniel Jones is showing no signs of cracking whatsoever, and here's the best thing about Jonathan Stewart. Shane Steichen has not come out and said, we got the best running back in the league. But Stewart leads in every category you want to talk about.
Jonathan Taylor, yeah.
Excuse me, yeah. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. Every category you want to talk about. And I think this is going to be like a 10-point win, like the Packers came in and they're going to score points. It's going to be like 37-27.
37-27.
And I have nothing bad to say or even marginal to say about Daniel Jones other than keep it rolling, brother.
Well, I'm going to go the opposite way.
I cannot believe
for
it.
A change, yeah. I'm just thinking that the Steelers are really upset. Mike Tomlin, it's rare that happened to his team. So I'm going to go with the Steelers at 32 and the Colts at 27. So Steelers.
Look at you
for
over
J.E.
there.
here, man.
Wow.
All right, Minnesota at the Lions. 3-4 for Minnesota, the Lions. Will we see McCarthy?
And Minnesota, which I continue to say, I don't know
who they are, man.
Yeah, not really, not just a quarterback, but it's just you're not sure what you're going to get other than Justin Jefferson's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So what's your interest level in this game? What are you looking for? What are you looking to see, and why does it matter?
I'm looking to see that the Lions get back to their dominant ways. Mm-hmm. I haven't even really felt that they've been good defensive-wise either. But
I love it.
I'm keeping it a tight scoring game, 27-13.
So I get what you're interested in hearing. What we're looking for is anything other than a Detroit Lions, exhibition of excellence, and we'll be disappointed. But we do know that Minnesota can come up and play decent defense at times, and I'm not getting anything from Carson Wentz. And quite frankly, I sense a bit of concern about J.J. McCarthy, maybe from an injury standpoint and maybe just mentally being prepared to go out there and make all the plays. So I'm going to agree with you. It's not if Detroit wins. It's going to be how much do they win by? What does it look like? And if it's not super impressive, I'm concerned for them because I really like what I saw from the Packers last week against the Steelers, and the Packers have already beaten them. So I'm going to say Detroit, and they better win by 20. I don't care what the score is; it's got to be plus 20. So I'm just gonna throw a score out there and say 44-14. I can't see Minnesota scoring. It's going to be a 30-point spread. Yeah. Yup. What's the last one you got there?
Seattle 5-2 behind one Sam Darnold.
Okay.
Versus Washington and Marcus Mariota.
Okay.
So I'm going with Sam Darnold 100% there.
Oh yeah.
And I will go big time score, 44-22 for Washington.
I'll pick Seattle as well. The reason being is every time I've had an opportunity to watch Seattle play, there's no zeros out there in the sense that all three phases they show up. They show up. They play hard in all three phases. It's not pretty at all times. They travel well. I expect them to win this game. I would have them winning this game even if Jaden Daniels was 100% and still having a good year, which neither are true. So I like Seattle. Again, I'm going for another blowout win here, 34-13.
Well, there you have it.
34-13, like
4
some blowouts
this week.
Yeah.
Games you should check out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning on in. As always, if you've got some comments, questions, send them on to sports@naleo.tv. We appreciate it. We bid you a fond aloha.
Ahui ho.